Hello everyone, so I just got home from work and I saw all the fuss on social media about AQW. Especially all this media and focus is on the Will of Doom. So this entire video will be an uncut video and I'm going to be discussing me with you guys what I think about the whole thing. So here we go. Let's look at our fortune potions, right? We are at 456. I would do my spin, my legend free spin. I got a treasure potion and a daily XP boost. Just what I expected, right? Treasure potion. Yep, I got my one treasure potion. Now, the big deal currently is that for the past weeks, I guess 2 weeks, the Will of Doom was brought back. The coding team worked some miracle to bring it back. But they did say it was a miracle. That is to say, there's still a lot of bugs in this will that they're still trying to fix, even right now. As I'm saying that, the non-member spins have not been implemented into the game yet because they're still trying to make it work. It's difficult. Let's talk about the treasure potions once again. Back to this topic. The argument right now, currently, is that it takes 1,000 treasure potions to create this specific item in the merch shop. It is called the Platinum Item of Donated Awesomeness. This is an item that guarantees you to get any rare item in the game. That is all it is. Any rare item. Anything you want. Interesting. Alright. Now then. Why is this such a fuss? Well, since if you're able to obtain everything in the Will of Doom, if you were to obtain nothing on one of your spins, instead of getting one treasure potion, you would get an extra 5, meaning you would get 6 treasure potions. Meaning it would be faster for you to obtain this specific item. If we were to do the math, let's do some quick math right now. I'm going to do it on the calculator. So, let's say somehow you were to get all the items already, right? I'm just going to do the math after because I don't want to do all that complicated stuff. But let's say you got all the items, right, from the Will of Doom. You can only get potions or the super rare, awesome donated thing. So, let's say you get 6 potions per try, right? You need 1,000 potions in total. So 1,000 divided by 6 is going to take roughly 167 spins if you were to have every single item, right? Also excluding if you were to get the donated awesomeness, right? About 167 times, right? Times that by 200 adventure coins because it takes 200 adventure coins per spin. That's going to be roughly 33,400 adventure coins. That is a decent amount. Well, 33,000. No, I'm going to use American dollars. If you were to buy the 12K, $12,000, or not $12,000, 12,000 adventure coin package, right? It will cost roughly, I'm going to say $70 because of tax and whatnot. So we're going to do $70. Let's first do 33,400, which is how many it costs, divided by 1,200. So roughly you gotta buy the package like at least nearly 3 times. So we're gonna do 70 times 3. Let's say it's around 210 American dollars. That is only if you have obtained all the items in the Will of Doom. If you don't have the items, it will take way longer, close to $400, I would say, to get, even close to the amount. Okay. Now, let's go on. Let me show you guys some design notes. So first off, we're going to talk about the Will of Doom when it first arrived in AQW. When it first arrived in AQW, this is what it was advertised as. /join Doom to do the Will of Doom. Every time you spin, you get 10,000 gold, a fortune potion, and XP boost, and a chance for a bonus item. That is it. That is how they stated and advertised this Will of Doom. in the past. How they advertised Will of Doom when it was returning? Well, let's check that. So when it was returning, this is what they stated for the details. Alright, buy spin tickets for 200 adventure coins, roughly $1 each, okay. Each spin rewards you with at least $1 worth of in-game content. This includes 10,000 gold, XP boost, a treasure potion. It doesn't say potions, it says potion. And then a chance to get an awesome epic legendary artifact bonus item, whatever items. It's the same as before. Only this time, when they implemented this Will of Doom, there was a bug. The duplication glitch, where if you already got most of the items and you only got a treasure chest, you would instead get more treasure potions. Once again, back to that. This was a problem. This was definitely a bug, and people sought to abuse this like anything else, right? So what people did was they would buy a lot of adventure coins. They used real life money to buy adventure coins and spin the wheel. AE was like, okay, you know what? Lots of people are using a lot of money. And before, this was before the platinum item, the guaranteed one, where you can just use 1,000 potions. So people were already spinning with just, for a chance, like the wheel was originally used for. And then AE was like, oh, wow, people are spinning a lot. We feel kind of bad for the people who have spun a lot, but haven't gotten it. So they're like, okay, well, let's add a merge item. This merge item will allow you to guarantee a rare, pretty much the 0.00 whatever drop rate, the super low one for any guaranteed item if you spent a lot of money. That was beyond fair. I think that was super fair. And now we're going to talk about the problems now of this, since it's guaranteed now. People are now using calculations to be like, okay, it costs roughly this much money to guarantee to get that. So with a bug before, 6 potions to get 1,000, people are calculating to be roughly what, 700 or 400, whatever. Like, think of it as a console price for a PS4 Pro or something around that, okay? And now since AE has fixed the bug, you can only get 1 treasure potion per spin. It's gonna cost at least thousands of dollars. Now, around $3,600 US dollars, 4,000-ish Canadian dollars. It's absurd. I agree. That is an absurd amount. Now, what I want to do about this whole entire situation, I'm gonna talk. We're gonna change to the topic of why I think the Will of Doom is a good idea, and then also discuss what I think about this guaranteed merge and how much it costs in real life money. So, the Will of Doom itself is a great idea. It is a wonderful idea. It is like a loot box like in any other game. The thing, we're going to talk now a little bit more about loot boxes. I've seen and played many games. Loot boxes are a special thing. I've seen games where they made loot boxes entirely free, which was nice. Example would be Xenoblade 2, where you can farm all your loot boxes. But the items you get were items you can only get from the will. They weren't like items that were in the game before, but they were just blades and stuff that you can just get only from the will, which was an interesting idea. AE's trying to do something like that. There's specific items you can only get from the will. Okay. Another thing I've seen people do in most games that cause games to die rapidly is the inclusion of pay-to-win items. So, for example, if they were these loot boxes included items that just straight up increase your stats, everything, your damage, just whatever, anything to make your combat stronger, they were included in this loot box, and if you got it, you are miles ahead of everyone else. AE doesn't do this. This is what I like about the Will of Doom. Will of Doom, all the items you can get in this are not pay to win. They are not pay to win. You get the item, get the item or the donated item, platinum item, right? You request any item you want. You could get a class that was in the past. And let me tell you, all the classes in the past are not even close to being strong as the current classes. and or you can get any item. Those are all cosmetics for the most part. You might get some class, but they're all weaker than the ones we currently have now. They are all cosmetics for the most part, and they are not pay to win. That is why the will is good. That is healthy, and that is nice. Okay, now we're going to talk about the price, though, for the item. Now, since they fixed the bug, that is a good thing, by the way, guys. They fixed the bug. It still costs 1,000 treasure tokens to create this guaranteed rare item, right? I think it's too much. It is way too much. For any person to spend thousands of dollars just to get a specific, rare item that was in the game. When I think of rares, I think of this. When you get a rare inside the game itself, you were there during the time it was released, correct? Yes. You were able to buy it. Let's use a naval, for example. Navals cost roughly 1,100 adventure coins. You got it for that cheap price. And what happens when you keep it in your inventory? Think of it as like interest. The longer you keep it, the more expensive it's going to cost, right? It'll keep growing in price. Okay. That's how it works in real world as well. Some rare items people keep, it grows in price. That makes sense. Now, with AE doing this merging idea for a guarantee and changing it, they fixed the bug, and the way they intended is we need 1,000 potions. We need to spin 1,000 times. Is absurd. It is absurd. I'm going to do the math right now because I don't trust the people on Twitter to do the math. So we're going to do 200 times 1,000 spins, right? So we need 200,000 adventure coins. 200,000. We're going to divide that by 1,200 for the package, right? So we have to get the package around 17 times, 1,200. So times that by $70. Okay. Well, I don't trust people on Twitter too much now. It's going to cost roughly $1,170 if you own all the items, that for sure. If you don't own all the items from the Will of Doom, it's going to cost obviously a bit higher, maybe 2,000 or so. But it just depends. Okay. Wait, no it doesn't. Hold the phone. Let me retract that comment. No, that makes no sense. That was only with the duplication glitch. It will cost you $1,167 because you're only getting one treasure potion per turn. Never mind, I was incorrect sorry about that. So it will cost roughly $1,000 per rare item. That is pretty much a car. That is a game console with like a ton of AAA games. That is, wow, that is absurd. What I think AE should do about this to make it more reasonable, because I don't think rares in this game are worth that much. You pay like what? A couple dollars for this rare item that eventually in the future it will cost more. Just, it shouldn't cost that much more, you know what I mean? I think what they should do about the whole situation, which they've done a little bit, is that they've let everyone keep their treasure potions that they got as the duplication potions. That is completely fine. It was AE's fault for leaving this bug in the game for so long. That is for sure their fault. So they're letting the people keep it. But also for all the future people who are wanting to spin the wheel, now needing to, pay more money to actually get the item they want, or doing daily spins and whatnot. I believe, well, my perspective is that AE should lower the merge amount. I think this is way too much for this game. If they lower the merge of potions down to half of it, instead of 1,000, I want it to be 500. So you have to spend 500 times, which will be half that amount. Still $500. I think that is reasonable now. You guys might call me crazy, but let me do some comparisons. Other games, bigger games, PUBG, Fortnite, they have all these items in game that are super rare and cost lots of money, right? But they're not even rare items. PUBG does have a couple rare items that I believe there's this one scarf that people are trying to get that they were selling for $4,000, $5,000. It was a ridiculous amount, okay? And people were actually buying it. In this game, it should only be around $500. Mostly because the game isn't that big. The community isn't as big as the other games. That is the first thing. And if you make it this amount, it will scare a lot of players off. I'm telling you guys, especially if you're watching, you will be scaring a lot of players off with this. Okay, now on to the next issue. What about, so if they do change the merge potions down to 500, what about the people who already have their potions? Some people already have nearly 10,000, you know? Wouldn't this be like they can get a lot more? What I think they should do is all the current potions in the game before a specific date, because I know they saved the game, before a specific date, I want them to change all those potions into a new type of potion. And then in the merge shop, make 2 versions of the platinum item of donated awesomeness, right? Make 1 version, use those previous potions that people got with the duplication glitch to still, you know, have that ratio of doing it. And then everyone else with the future ones will use their new potions for the 500 version. I think that would fix everything that is happening right now, especially all the controversy and everything. That is the most reasonable thing I can see for this entire situation. So that is it. That's all I have to say. It's such a mess of a situation. I can't believe it got so big. The Will of Doom, they fixed the bug. People got mad at the bug, or at them fixing the bug, which is their job. That made me sad. It also made me sad that when you take into account how much it costs to actually merge that item, AE is for sure being quite greedy with what they're doing. And I will help you guys, AE. Let me tell you from a business perspective. If you lower it down by half, people will buy more. People will support you more. You will earn more money this way. Leaving it at the current amount where you need 1,000 treasure potions just to get the item, you will definitely lose money off this. And now, yeah, that is all I have to say. Think about it. Talk about it over the team. Think about what's reasonable for what that cost. The epic item. Especially in other countries. Other countries, they have to pay more money to even get adventure coins. So think about that as well. Think about it on a global scale. That will be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am really tired from work. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys later. See ya.